I'm Dick Sparger. In September of 2009, my wife Jenny and I spent a timeshare week at West Yarmouth, Massachusetts in Cape Cod. Among our activities that week, besides the usual sightseeing and relaxing, was a charter trip out of Provincetown at the tip of the Cape to see the many whales that live in the sea nearby. By the time we had returned, our boat had gone as far south as Chatham, near the southeast point of the Cape. What follows is some of what we saw. Our boat, roughly 60 feet in length, pulled out of Provincetown with a fairly large contingent of hopeful whale watchers. Once out of the small harbor, the boat headed south to a place known to the crew to be where whales were reported to have been seen. Everyone on board was eager to see these huge creatures and secretly fearful that we wouldn't be lucky enough to do so. The tension mounted, and I had my camera out and ready at all times to be ready to capture whales if and when we sighted them. All too often at first, I just captured scenes of the rippling sea instead. Somewhere we glimpsed a large dorsal fin and immediately assumed white shark. But our accompanying expert guide informed us that it was really the fin of a large species of porpoise instead. And then I began to see things I was sure were the backs of whales breaking the water, but could never be sure that I wasn't just seeing a distant wave in the glaring light of the sun. And then there was a whale, his back just breaking the surface. And more of them, blowing their spouts, much as I had always pictured them doing. They were humpback whales. The humpback whale is a baleen whale. Adults range in length from 39 to 52 feet and weigh approximately 79,000 pounds. They are playful acrobatic animals, often breaching and slapping the water. Males produce a complex whale song which lasts for 10 to 20 minutes and is repeated for hours at a time. The purpose of this song is not yet clear, although it appears to have a role in mating. Here is a brief example of a whale's song. The whale population, which had dropped by an estimated 90%, has been recovering ever since a moratorium on their slaughter was self-imposed by most of the world in 1966. We were out there for about an hour to an hour and a half or so, but no one really thought about time. We were enjoying this all too much. I couldn't help but remember classic whaling stories such as Moby Dick. I could almost picture Queequeg and Captain Ahab at my side as I watched these enormous creatures. But fortunately, they're not here to kill any more whales. I never counted the number of whales we saw, but there must have been at least a dozen of them. Like all good things, the excursion had to end, and it was time to return to Provincetown. That evening we returned to our condo, thrilled with the day's experience.